What's up, guys? This is part 2 of how to get out of ELO hell, and this episode is going to be more about kind of defining what ELO hell is exactly. I have a lot of people come up to me, or not come up to me personally, they're kind of weird, come up on the street, how you go, you double winning? No, I ain't double winning. No, they message me on League or on or message me on Facebook or in comments, etc. And they ask me, how do you get out of ELO hell? Or how do you raise your ELO? And I think I can kind of speak on this, and I think people kind of think I can speak on this because they know that I started out, 1,000 ELO at the end of Season 1, and then end of Season 2 I was at 1,500. And actually, in the beginning of Season 3, I dropped from whatever 1,500 was put at, and I dropped all the way to about 1,100 ELO. And this is like a series of like 20 games. I lost like 17 out of 20 of them or something like that. And yeah, it sucked. But I knew that I didn't belong in the 1100s, and I belonged, at least 1400 to 1600. So I knew if I played enough games that I would be back there. And right now I'm at 1565 ELO. And so that's something that that I kind of have tried to express to people when they come to me and say, every single game I get is trolls, every single game I get is ragers, my team sucks every single game. Well, that's BS. I'm sorry, but there's no real way to put it other than that's BS. I'm sure it could be put more eloquently, but I'm not going to. Play 100 games of ranked, and you'll start to realize that the only control there, the only constant, is yourself. So if you played 1,000 games of ranked, and you truly believe you've gotten a troll, or a lever, or an AFK every single game, then you're lying. I'm sorry, but unless you are literally the most unlucky person in the world, which you are not, then the only constant is you. And once you realize this, once you really hit that moment of clarity where you realize that, wow, my team may be bad, I may get unlucky, but I'm not improving as myself as a player. I'm not improving myself. Because if you take the cop-out of saying, well, my team was bad, there's no way I could have lost that game, or could have won that game, well, then you've just given up any chance of getting any better. So what you need to do is stop looking at these games as, I couldn't win because my team sucked, or I couldn't win because I had an AFK, or I couldn't win because I had a troll. Putting these cop-outs on things that are out of your control, that's a waste of time and energy. Put your effort into improving yourself as a player, or even just improving your mindset on the game itself. Because, there's this old saying with business, and that's it. A person with a positive experience is going to go and tell one person. A person with a negative experience is going to go and tell 10. And now in the modern day era, it's more like post a blog to your 1,400 subscribers. Hint, hint, go and subscribe so we can hit 1,500. But it's the same thing with ranked. People have, back, like, let's say 3 troll games in a row. And instantly they jump to, every single game I play is a troll game. I get an AFK, lever, rager every single game. There's nothing I can do. And then they have a string of, 2 to 3 good games. But that's in the back of their head. No, that didn't happen. No, because I'm about to get a rager in this game. People just forget that they've had good games as well. Because they don't stick to the positive. They don't think about those positive games that they did really well, or they had a good team. Or my favorite, games where people get carried. And I mean like freaking on the shoulders carried by their team. They'll go 0-3 in lane, end the game 7-5, 7-4, and they think they did well. But they don't realize that, I'm sorry, if you go 0-3 in lane and you end the game 7-4, 7-5, you got carried by your team. Because you got past your shitty early game, excuse my language, by your team. And then people don't realize that the next game, that literally could be the next game they play, and their mid is going 0-3, they will jump on them like a pack of hyenas saying how bad this mid is. I can't believe you called mid. I can't believe you're a first pick and you're doing this bad. And they don't even think about the game that they had just played, where they were going 0-3. And then you've got two things here. One, where the game where you went 0-3 or whatever, and trust me, we've all done it. You can't say you haven't gone 0-3 ever. And maybe it wasn't 0-3, maybe it was 0-2, 0-4, 0-5, 0-6, 0-7, 0-8, whatever. In that game, there are two scenarios. One, there's three scenarios, excuse me. They don't say anything. Cool. Then don't say anything to someone else who's going 0-3. B scenario. They encourage you, they help you, they camp your lane, whatever. Did that help you? I'm sure it did. So maybe you should do the same. And now this is the one you've all been waiting for. This is the one you're just raring to go, yeah, well, everyone's an asshole to me. Whenever I go 0-3, everyone just trolls me and talks trash and says I'm the worst. And how does that make you feel? I bet you it makes you feel pretty bad, doesn't it? And so, does it automatically excuse your behavior when you act the same way to someone else going 0-3? No. Because you're doing the same thing. You're making them feel bad. When you were literally just in that situation and you felt bad. I know me personally, I will be put on tilt if people just talk trash to me. And so what I do is I tell them, if you're not going to say anything constructive and you're just going to trash talk, I'm going to mute you. And it's very plain and simple. It's a message. And about 30% of the time, they'll stop trash talking and they'll just say, you know, dragon this, baron this. But about 70% of the time, they'll still trash talk, and guess what? I'll mute them. Because they're not contributing. So you kind of just have to think about that, is you will get carried some games, and you will carry some games. And so next time you have a teammate going 0-3, just, you know, be good enough to carry them. Play twice as good as normal, and you'll make up for that person that's not doing well. This is the end of episode 2 of How to Get Out of ELO. If you guys enjoyed this episode, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I really want to hear what you guys have to say about this series. If you have any topics you want me to cover for this series, I really want to see that in the comments. You guys are the reason I continue YouTube, so as always, stay classy and keep winning, and you guys, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Hey guys, if you enjoyed that video, be sure to go to facebook.com/DoubleWinning and like my Facebook page there. When we hit 500 likes, I'm going to be doing an RP giveaway. And while you're at it, be sure to follow me on Twitter at twitter.com/DoubleWinning. And while you guys are also at it, be sure to check out the other videos I have on my channel, as well as subscribing to my channel if you haven't already. We're so close to 1,500 subscribers, guys.